just going to go over the refit of my Trident exhausts that I put on recently. Tools that you're going to need, I've mentioned this in the other video, you're going to need a 12mm socket. I put a wobble bar on this. Wobble bars, really good, well worth having a set of those. And the other thing that I think is quite important for this job is I've got a 10mm socket, a long deep socket, plus I've got a wobble bar on that, and it's 1/4 inch drive. Now the reason I think it's important to have a 1/4 inch drive is it's tight for space in there. First time I did it, I had a 3/8 inch drive. The 1/4 inch drive it's thinner, it's smaller, it's easier to get in there. I think it's a better tool for the job. 5mm Allen key is pretty much all you need. Oh, soft hammer. Now what I did do when last time I fitted it was I reused the old gaskets. Now that's a bit gash, but you know, hey, I went for it. It didn't work out, but give you an idea, I've got a new gasket here and an old gasket. You can just see the difference in them. Obviously the one on the left here's been used twice, but you can also see how it's been crushed and how the new one is kind of nice and, you know, nice and square. Now get rid of that. So another things that I've noticed, and no one seems to have mentioned this, is this clamp which crushes the gasket. Comes with this metal piece as well. That's off the old, I took that off the old gasket. Now there's something else that no one seems to have mentioned. There's under here on the cat, this is where it goes in, and you've got a lip here. Now that clamp needs to pinch on that, it needs to catch this. It doesn't catch that, it's going to crush your gasket and it's not going to create a seal. So it needs to catch that, and it needs to catch this. I'm actually debating we actually really need that, but you know, I think we'll fit it anyway. And basically, obviously in here, there are a couple of angles. That's going to crush the gasket is going to push out against it, it's going to push onto the pipe and create a seal. The other thing I've noticed is because these exhausts, like this black exhaust finish, now obviously the coating's off because I fitted it once, that's where the clamp was, not fussed about that, and that's where the gasket was. Now you can see how it's kind of polished and it's taken that coating off. Now that's actually going to work in our favour, because one thing you want to do when you get your gasket is you want to make sure that this slides on nicely like that. It might take you a couple of goes just to make sure it slides on easy, and you'll see why in a minute. So that's going on nice, so I'm happy with that. The next thing what I want to do is I'm going to assemble this assembly on the bike so it's ready to receive the exhaust, so I don't have to muck about with it once it's on, and that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, that is a bastard to get on, so I'm going to leave it off and see where it goes. I've got it on the other side anyway, so well, see if it works. Now, before when I was talking about this being an easy fit, the reason is, now I'm going to pop this in here, it should just go straight in. And this, of course, I've already loosened this off at the top here, so there's still a bit of a swine getting past this, but hey, we'll go for it. Right, now listen, when I got this kind of in place now, and just give this, you can see just the shiny bit there, definite clunk when it gone in, that's now seated, so I'm going to tighten that up. Like I said before, using this wobble bar and this little socket, it's actually quite nice and easy to get on now.